Do you feel sluggish and fatigued by mid-afternoon, with that constant heaviness in your legs, thinking it's simply old age, and that just drinking a glass of plain water is enough? Stop for a moment, because today, I'm going to reveal an uncomfortable but absolutely liberating truth. After a certain age, drinking only water is no longer enough to maintain that spark of vitality and the healthy circulation you deserve. I'm Dr. Elena Castillo. I've spent decades not only treating illnesses, but also teaching men and women over 60 how to reclaim their energy and arterial health. I deeply understand the frustration of noticing your body no longer responds as it once did. And let me assure you, it's not a death sentence. It's a simple matter of chemistry that we can correct. Many of my patients, over 70 years old, come to my office convinced that their lack of energy is irreversible. They believe they're doing everything right because they drink the recommended amount of water. The problem is that as we age, our body's natural nitric oxide, NO production, that magical molecule that dilates our arteries for optimal blood and nutrient flow, begins to slow down. Plain water doesn't have the building blocks we need to reactivate this vital production. We need specific ingredients that teach the body to produce NO again, addressing low energy and poor circulation at their root. Imagine your arteries are pipes that have rusted over time. Nitric oxide is the chimney sweep that keeps them flexible and wide. Without those hot bricks, circulation stagnates. I think of Don Ricardo, 75 years old, a gentleman who used to love gardening. He had stopped because of leg pain and fatigue from bending over. His diet was adequate, but he only drank water. I suggested a radical change to what he added to his daily drink. After just 4 weeks, he not only returned to the garden, but also reported that his mind was clearer and his sleep was deeper. He found transformation by no longer drinking water. Plain. Here are the vitality builders you should add to your hydration routine, creating a powerful synergy for your heart and arteries. Practical tips to boost your blood vitality. 1. Beetroot powder, the great builder. Beetroot is rich in natural nitrates. When you ingest this powder, easy to find and inexpensive, your body converts it directly into nitric oxide, bypassing the cellular inefficiency of aging. Real impact. You will feel increased physical stamina and improved warmth in your extremities within hours. 2. Roma, the bodyguard. Pomegranate extract, or Roma, is a spectacular antioxidant. Its function is to act as the bodyguard of the nitric oxide you have just produced, preventing it from degrading rapidly. This keeps your arteries open and flexible for longer, protecting your hormonal and vascular health. 3. L-citrulline, or watermelon, the silent fuel. This amino acid, abundant in watermelon, is converted into arginine within your cells, activating a second, more efficient, NO production pathway. Unlike taking arginine directly, L-citrulline is the slow-burning fuel that sustains steady blood flow. 4. Pine bark extract, the endothelial mechanic. This ingredient is less well-known but powerful. It acts like a mechanic, helping to rejuvenate the cells of the inner lining of your arteries, the endothelium. It restores lost flexibility and amplifies the effect of all the other ingredients. For complete vascular nutrition, I suggest supplementing with 5. Green leafy powder, cross-training. A little spinach or kale powder gives your arteries a full spectrum of vitamins K and C for tissue repair and elasticity. 6. Ginger and hibiscus. Balance. Ginger combats chronic inflammation that hardens arteries, while hibiscus works by relaxing blood vessels and gently helping to balance blood pressure. 7. Pure cocoa and sour cherry. Performance and rest. The flavonols in pure cocoa are wonderful for training your arteries to dilate quickly. Sour cherry is not only rich in antioxidants, but it also helps improve sleep, which is when the most important vascular repair occurs. Safe stones and harbors. The most dangerous pitfall I see is the belief that a simple multivitamin or a strong coffee is enough to reverse years of fatigue. Or worse, resorting to quick fixes that don't address the root cause. The safe harbor is preventative and nutritional action. Don't look for magic pills. Look for the raw materials your body needs. Your right to wholeness doesn't expire with age. It's never too late to start nourishing your circulatory system with precision. Change doesn't require large investments, but rather informed decisions about what you put into your body each morning. Change begins with your decision today to transform your water into an elixir of life. Now, tell me, which of these ingredients do you find easiest to incorporate into your morning routine? Do you feel that your circulation is the biggest challenge you're facing right now? Your story can be a beacon of inspiration for other members of this community. Remember, vitality isn't something you chase, it's something you build with every decision. Think of this mix as the essential maintenance of your most valuable machine. If this message resonated with you and you felt you'd found a safe haven of practical information, I invite you to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with those who might need it. Together, we can build a safe haven for more people. Thank you for allowing me to be your ally on this journey to health and longevity. See you soon. Let me illustrate the magnitude of this silent nitric oxide crisis. Imagine your circulatory system as a vast network of garden pipes, crucial for delivering nutrients and oxygen to every leaf and root. When we're young, nitric oxide is like a maintenance man, constantly lubricating and relaxing those pipes, keeping them wide and flexible. Starting around age 50, this man takes a premature retirement. Your body stops producing enough of the key enzyme, nitric oxide synthase, and worse, we begin to lack the basic ingredients for that enzyme, if it's still functioning at all, to do its job. What are these ingredients, these nutrients, that plain water doesn't provide? We're talking primarily about specific amino acids, L-arginine and L-citrulline. These aren't amino acids that your body can store indefinitely or obtain in sufficient quantities from an average modern diet, especially if your digestion isn't optimal. Think of L-arginine as the direct raw material. However, its absorption can be unpredictable. That's where L-citrulline, the strategic ally, comes in. Citrulline is like a silent messenger that, once inside your body, efficiently converts into arginine, bypassing some digestive steps and maximizing no production. It's an elegant and efficient recycling cycle that nature has given us. If you only drink water, no matter how pure it is, it's like asking a builder to construct a wall without bricks or cement. Water hydrates, yes, but it doesn't activate the nitric oxide, production system. We need to infuse that water with these precursors. I've seen cases where small adjustments to the intake of these precursors have transformed my patients' lives. I remember Don Rafael, a 62-year-old man who consulted me about relentless fatigue. He used to say, "Dr. Elena, I feel like my blood is mud." He had tried all the B vitamins, ginseng, and the problem persisted. By focusing on reviving his nitric oxide production, using these specific nutritional nutrients, within weeks he not only reported more energy, but his feet, which were always cold, regained their temperature. This is restored blood flow. It's proof that the problem wasn't a lack of effort, but a lack of the right raw materials. The challenge of longevity isn't how long we live, but the quality of our lives. And that quality, after 50, is intrinsically linked to the ability of your blood vessels to dilate on demand, the ability to open blood flow when your brain or muscles require it. This is the guiding principle we must master. And this isn't achieved with a pill that masks the symptom, but with precision nutrition that repairs function at the cellular level. We need a superfood that provides a concentrated and usable dose of these nitrates. And this is where the first key ingredient of our protocol comes in: beetroot powder. We're not talking about eating a beetroot salad now and then, but the concentrated form, where nature has packed an incredible amount of this nitric oxide precursor. The beauty of beets lies in their mechanism of action. As I mentioned, with age, the enzyme eNOS, our main internal NO factory, becomes sluggish due to oxidative stress and a lack of cofactors. But the inorganic nitrates in beets don't need that enzyme. This is where the masterful biological shortcut is revealed. These nitrates are converted into nitrite thanks to the action of the healthy bacteria that live on the back of your mouth and tongue. It's a marvelous symbiotic alliance. You ingest the beetroot, the bacteria do their part, reducing the nitrate to nitrite, and that nitrite travels into the bloodstream, where the anaerobic and slightly acidic environment of muscle tissue and blood vessels converts it directly into nitric oxide, opening your arteries and capillaries like floodgates. This is what we call contouring cellular aging. We're bypassing the faulty part of the system, the aging enos, and using a perfectly natural, robust, and efficient shortcut to ensure flow. We're not forcing the body. We're giving it the raw materials that allow it to use an alternative pathway that works wonderfully at any age. What does this mean in everyday practice? It means that improved blood flow isn't a long-term promise that will take months. Because it's such a direct chemical and bacterial process, the benefits of beetroot can be felt within hours. Elite athletes know this well. They use beetroot to boost endurance, as it improves oxygen utilization efficiency and reduces the workload on the heart. But for you, who seeks daily vitality, it means something far more fundamental. It means your heart doesn't have to pump as hard to push blood through stiff capillaries. It means oxygen and nutrients reach your brain, limbs, and vital organs faster. This is why patients who consistently introduce this precursor report feeling an inner warmth or a renewed ability to climb stairs, carry grocery bags, or even get out of bed in the morning without feeling the crushing weight of chronic fatigue. We're not talking about a stimulant. We're talking about optimizing the engineering of your circulatory system. By restoring the internal diameter of the blood vessels, the body achieves a state of vascular balance that, frankly, it hasn't felt in decades. This is the transformative power of precision nutrition. Now, while beets are the king of nitrates, they don't act alone. To ensure that the nitrite is efficiently converted into nitric oxide and to prevent the process from generating harmful byproducts, we need other key players working in perfect sync. This brings us to our second essential ingredient, the cell builder that protects and maximizes the lifespan of the no already produced. This is the extract of Roma, or what we know in Spanish as pomegranate. The pomegranate is not just a beautiful fruit. It is, in fact, the most efficient bodyguard of nitric oxide. Consider nitric oxide. No, it's a marvelous molecule, but it has one crucial flaw. It's extremely fragile. Once produced, it lasts only a few seconds before free radicals, the biological oxide we accumulate from stress, poor diet, and aging, attack and deactivate it. It's like lighting a candle in the middle of a windstorm. If the NO degrades too quickly, the vasodilatory effect we just generated is instantly lost. And the reality is that, as we age, our production of free radicals far exceeds our capacity to neutralize them, creating a toxic environment for newly formed NO. This is where Romung comes in. The potent pomegranate extract is loaded with unique antioxidants, especially punicolagens and ellagic acid, not I, which have proven to be far more powerful than many other common antioxidants. These compounds act as a protective layer. It's not that the pomegranate produces more NO directly, but rather that it immediately neutralizes the molecular bullies, the free radicals, that seek to destroy the nitric oxide molecule as soon as it's created. Imagine that no is the urgent message you need to send to your arteries. Open up, relax. The first ingredient, beetroot, writes that message. The pomegranate is the protective, armored envelope that ensures the message arrives intact and that the relaxing effect lasts long enough for blood to flow without resistance. By protecting NO, its molecular lifespan is extended, meaning that the vasodilation we achieve isn't a fleeting flash, but a sustained state, allowing blood to flow steadily and efficiently to every part of your body. This stabilization is critical, and it's the difference between a supplement that provides a temporary boost and a nutritional approach that builds long-term vascular health. In addition to being a nitric oxide, NO protector, Roma offers a key synergistic benefit for overall health. Its phytonutrients actively help repair the inner wall of the blood vessel, the endothelium, which is the original NO factory. A healthy, protected endothelium is crucial for hormonal balance and the stress response. A less stressed vascular system translates to a more balanced hormonal system, a factor that is often underestimated in combating fatigue and managing weight in midlife. We are giving your blood vessels the time they need to heal and function optimally. Now, let's move on to the third pillar of our vascular formula, which we call the fuel, L-citrulline, an amino acid found in abundance in foods like watermelon. This ingredient is crucial because it addresses the inherent inefficiency of other nitric oxide support methods, such as simple L-arginine supplementation. Let me explain why citrulline is such a significant breakthrough. Traditionally, arginine has been considered the parent of the nitric oxide molecule, as it is the direct precursor used by the enzyme nitric oxide synthase, ENOS, to create the vital gas. However, when we consume arginine directly, it faces a massive bioavailability problem. Think of the digestive tract and liver as a tightly staffed customs checkpoint. Much of the arginine we ingest is broken down or metabolized in the gut and liver before it can enter the bloodstream in sufficient quantities to reach the endothelial cells and do their job. This process, known as the hepatic first-pass effect, results in low and fleeting levels of arginine in the blood, producing a minimal nitric oxide boost that quickly dissipates. This is where L-citrulline comes into play with a marvelous molecular cunning. Citrulline is, in essence, a disguised precursor to arginine. When citrulline enters the body, it has a unique ability to bypass intestinal and hepatic customs. It passes directly into the bloodstream and travels to the cells where nitric oxide is needed. Once there, and especially in the kidneys and endothelium, L-citrulline is recycled and converted back into L-arginine. This conversion and recycling process is slow and sustained. Instead of flooding the system with arginine, which is quickly eliminated, citrulline provides a steady, regulated supply of the raw material directly to the body's nitric oxide production system. This results in much higher and longer-lasting plasma arginine levels than would be achieved by taking arginine alone. By using citrulline, we are not only fueling the primary NO production pathway, the NOS pathway, but we are doing so in the most efficient and sustained way possible, activating this secondary enzymatic pathway that ensures our cells have the necessary fuel 24 hours a day. This efficiency is key to maintaining arterial elasticity, not only during exercise or exertion, but throughout the day, which is vital for healthy blood pressure and a constant supply of nutrients to the brain. We are ensuring that the vascular infrastructure has the tools to remain open and resilient continuously. In summary, we've deciphered why L-citrulline is the master key to unlocking sustained and efficient nitric oxide production, overcoming the limitations of arginine and ensuring the long-term elasticity and resilience of our vascular infrastructure. Now that you have this vital information, I'd like to ask you, what step will you take today to optimize your nitric oxide pathway and support the health of your arteries? Leave your answers and any questions in the comments section. I'd love to read them. If this explanation has been helpful, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to continue enriching your knowledge, and share this video with those who might need it. As always, thank you for allowing me to share this science with you. Warm regards, and until next time, this is Dr. Elena Castillo.